My names are called Bishop Elias Taban. I am from Southern Sudan, town of Yei. I'm born 10th of May 1955. My mother, after about 2 hours of my being born, she had to escape into the jungle. She hid with me for 3 days. But then, at the age of 13, the war was still going on, and I became a child soldier. And that war ended up in 1972. During the war, where basically services are not there that are rendered by government, so the only hope of the civil population was the dependence on the church. So the church has been very instrumental in terms of giving people hope in Jesus Christ, preaching the gospel, and assuring people that God will hear our cry, our prayers. When Yei was liberated by the Sudan People's Liberation Army, so we were able to come out of the jungle into Yei. And that made a huge difference in our life. In the process, we were really teaching and preaching the word of God, and we planted churches. We are now a country almost 1.5 years old. We are basically one of the youngest country, the youngest government, and the poorest country in Africa, if I can say, if not the world, but in Africa, because we have no infrastructure in place, we have no roads, we have no hospitals, we have no schools. So we thank the American community, especially the American church, for strongly standing with us in times of difficulties. My survival from day one of birth, I regard it as a grace from God, and that's why I strongly feel I need to live my life for Jesus. Because 2 hours after being born and hidden in the jungle for 3 days is not an easy thing. I'm very positive as a church leader. I strongly believe that as we continue to preach the gospel of Christ, which will transform our people to a better people, to build a better nation, to the glory of God, I strongly believe that we still have that potential for the next generation to be one of the best African countries.